Welcome back, everybody, back with a new video of Tokyo Ghoul REAPER / Invoke. Today we're going to be talking about Takizawa and Black Reaper. Been getting a lot of questions about who's better, not who's better, but basically who should I summon for, and the usual. Now, I'm going to be talking about both, but let me get this out of the way because it's really important. Takizawa is a festival unit. He will be in every single festival banner from here on out after his banner leaves. Black Reaper, on the other hand, is exclusive unit, and he's only exclusive to his own banner. Now, regardless about that, they need dupes. Both of them will need dupes to be good. BR needs it more heavily than Takizawa. Takizawa is about fine, even with one dupe into him. But he doesn't really shine until about level 3. Same thing with Black Reaper, level 3. So you need 2 dupes of both. But Takizawa is a lot better off with no dupes compared to Black Reaper, on the other hand, where he really needs a lot of dupes. Not even a lot of dupes, but he needs 2 dupes to actually be helpful. So now let's talk about BR before we do talk about Takizawa. So Black Reaper here, as you can tell, this is my Black Reaper account on my GP. So let's look at him. 11,500 HP, 1,000 attack, 500 defense. Attack's pretty high, defense is pretty low. Now, 12 AP is where you get additional 6 AP after you get him 100%. Very, very nice. So this is his skills: 1.5 damage against the light, 1.5 damage against dark types. Increases a critical hit is increased by 35%, not too bad. And then after he breaks the unit, he gets a 1.8 attack increase. So very, very good. Now, let's look at his what is it? Ultimate? His special. There you go. Let's call it his special. Now, level 1 basically does, where is it? Hit enemy Vanguard 5 times for 1.5 attack. Reduce the enemy durability by 2. Yes, by 2 durability, which is basically nothing. Really, really bad. Now, level 2, as you see right here, increases his attack by 1 point. Well, hit the enemy Vanguard 6 times for 1.75 the attack, and reduces the enemy's durability by -4. Pretty crap still. Now, level 3 is where he really shines. Increases his guard chance for 2 turns by 20%, hits the enemy 7 times for 1.75 the attack, and reduces the enemy's weapon durability by 6. That's where he really, really shines. So he really needs dupes, but as you can tell, at 0%, all he does is -2 durability. He's really not that helpful. He's really not that helpful at 0% and 20%. 40% is where he shines. Almost every single new unit now in the game really shines at 40%. Basically, from here on out on Rebirth, all the units will need dupes. Uri, I think Uri's like the only exceptional one that's fine. Uri and Tsukiyama, I could be wrong about those two. But still, Black Reaper, gonna need dupes. About almost 90% of everybody that comes out now really needs dupes. The Juzo, fine. I think he's fine without dupes. Now, back to talking about Black Reaper and Takizawa. So Black Reaper, pretty useless, even at 20%. So you really, really need that 40%. Basically, let's talk about his level 4s and all that. Level 4 basically increases his guard chance by 30% for 2 turns. It hits the enemy 8 times for 1.75 the attack, and reduces the enemy weapon durability by 8. Pretty good. Now, at level 5, which is max, increases guard and dodge chance by 30% for 2 turns, hits the enemy for 10 times 2 the attack, reduces the enemy's weapon durability by 10. Really, really good. Really shines at 100%. His full potential unlocks at 100%, so you will need dupes. Now, it is going to be 5 steps. He is guaranteed on the 5th step. 3rd step should be a rate up increase for him. Not too shabby. Really, really good. But still, you need 250 Haka to get him guaranteed at least once. Obviously, you could get lucky and pull him from, the earlier steps, 1 through 4 or whatever. Obviously, 5th step is guaranteed. So, hey, never know. Get lucky. Like, if you look at my Black Reaper summons, I pulled him. I got him 100% within 2 rotations. Yes, you heard me, 2 rotations. It was a while. It took forever to get that Black Reaper. That's a lot of Haka. 500 Haka down the drain just like that. But it was well worth it at the time. But now, currently where we are in the game, there's a lot of units that do about the same thing he does. Because basically what I really enjoyed about Black Reaper personally is a -10 durability. But now every single unit that comes out now does -10. Hell, even the new Canal does -12 durability. -12. That is currently the highest reducing weapon durability of an enemy. Really, really good. But yeah, Black Reaper highly shines at 100% because that's where he gets to increase guard and, no, not in guard, but he gets to increase dodge on top of the guard, which is fantastic. But for him to be at least average, pretty decent, you want to get at least 2 dupes into him, which is 40%, or have 40 stimulants you have saved up, pretty much. Now, let's go onwards to Takizawa. His festival banner is here on Rebirth. Let me close this window so I can whip out the Rebirth. All right, now should be popping up the Rebirth. All right, so there it is. Now, you know, this is my new account that I've been summoning on. Haven't pulled him yet. Now let's look at Takizawa. What does he do? Okay, a lot of questions. So 7,600 HP, very, very good. 1,300 attack, very, very good. 500 defense, really good. No, pretty low. Same thing as Black Reaper. So basically level 5 he arrive and departure level 5. Deals attack 1.5 damage to one enemy 10 times and reduces durability by 10. Inflicts bleed for 3 turns. Really, really good. A whopping 19 AP, 5 durability. This man is pure DPS. He's really good. I like him. Now, let's look at this. So, level 1. Deals attack 1.5 damage to one enemy 5 times and reduces weapon durability by 4. Not too shabby for 0%. Pretty nice. Level 2. Deal attack 1.5 damage to one enemy 6 times and reduces durability by 5. Really good. Now, level 3. Same thing as Black Reaper, where they really shine. Deals attack 1.5 damage to one enemy 6 times, reduces durability by 5, inflict bleed for 2 turns. I'll tell you why right now. Why bleed is very, very important for Takizawa. Now, look at his skills that he unlocks. Basically, at 100%, he gets plus 7 AP. Plus 7. So without the plus 7, he has 12 AP. Really good. Now this increases his own attack by 1.5 for 1 turn after inflicting break on the target. Really good. Very similar to Black Reaper. Next, completely nullifies target's evasion ability. Means they can't dodge it. Pretty much. Extends bleed duration on targets by 2 turns. This is why it's very important to have at least 2 dupes on Takizawa. Increased damage versus bleeding characters by 1.8 damage. Really, really good. And you unlock this at 10-10. Now, Takizawa does not unlock bleed, on his own skill until 40%, which is 2 dupes or 40 stimulants. Now, let's talk about skill 4 and 5 before I continue on talking about what I was talking. Level 4, 1.5 damage to one enemy 8 times and reduces durability by 7. Bleed for 2 turns. Same thing with level 5. Hits the enemy for 10 times. Reduces durability by 10 and inflicts bleed for 3 turns. Okay, now back to what I was talking about. So, Takizawa, perfectly fine, even if at 0%. Basically because of 4 durability, not bad. And if you have your Takizawa 10-10 and you run somebody that bleeds, such as Fest Juzo, the Yomori have Kakuja, who else? Festival Juzo, the Rize, Awaken Rize that was currently out. Let me show you the Rize I'm talking about. This Rize right here, if you have her as well, very, very good synergy with the Takizawa. So yeah, those are really fantastic units to use with Takizawa, especially if you do not have, do not have them at least 40%. So at least for Takizawa, you could just take somebody that bleeds, and basically, that's it. You have them about almost full potential. Don't want to say full potential because it's a big difference because he doesn't hit as much times. He hits 5 times at level 1, while at level 5 he hits 10 times. So yeah. Still, you got him about half potential, not too shabby. Now, with Black Reaper, on the other hand, you need to get the dupes. Otherwise, he's going to be basically useless. 2 dupes to make him pretty decent. 5 dupes to pretty much make him really, really good. Takizawa, on the other hand, doesn't really need dupes, in my opinion. I think he's perfectly fine the way he is, at 0%. As long as you have your Takizawa 10-10 and take somebody that bleeds, you're perfectly fine, and you could just try to save your stimulants, or obviously put your stimulants into Takizawa. Now, Takizawa does benefit with dupes. Obviously, every single new unit benefits with dupes, or any unit you could say benefits with dupes. But Takizawa, on the other hand, once he unlocks the bleed on his own skill, it's going to be fantastic. Puts the bleed on a target, breaks him, all that, 1.8 extra damage, really, really good. Now, That's Takizawa. Now you can think about this. Now, but who's the better to summon for? Personally, this is my own assumption. Now let's compare the two. Now, since I talked about them solely. Now, Takizawa, highly, pretty much a DPS, glass cannon, nuker, pretty much. Black Reaper, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think Black Reaper is more of a support than a DPS character. Yes, he does good amount of damage for what he is. But personally, what I use Black Reaper for is basically the -10 durability, AoE. Because it is a skill, he basically is AoE. Takizawa, a single target. Now, you could argue, what's better? Personally, it depends what you really prefer. Do you prefer more damage, or do you want to go the safer route that has -10 durability AoE? Now, I prefer Takizawa because I prefer DPS, and obviously, look at the man, beautiful. They're both beautiful, but still, I prefer Takizawa. It's just preference here. They're both good. Nonetheless, they are both good, but you have to look at the facts. They both need dupes. Takizawa is a lot harder to really pull because he's a festival banner. He is guaranteed at 3? I think it's 300 Haka. Should be 300 Haka. He is guaranteed. While on the other hand, Black Reaper is guaranteed at 250. Now, still not too shabby, but Black Reaper exclusive to his own banner, while Takizawa is in every single banner after his banner leaves. But the question is, the chances of actually pulling Takizawa when his rate up isn't here and him as a filler is really, really low. So it's just really up to you what you really prefer. But hey, I'm giving you the points, the cons, the pros here. Personally, I would rather go for Takizawa in my opinion, just because I prefer more of a glass cannon type of DPS or single target nuker and all that, because he's also good synergy. Another reason, if you have the shorts, Wounded Kaneki, highly recommend, do not go for Black Reaper. That is my opinion, because I play the game a lot differently. If I have one good, fantastic blue unit, there's no reason to try to pull a new one. I would rather skip it and save for somebody I really like in the future, because we're moving onwards almost to Season 2 content, and there's a lot of characters there, and they're going to be doing a lot more than what Black Reaper does now. Yes, Black Reaper was very, very OP when he came out, but still, he has fallen down a little bit in my opinion, because every single unit that comes out now almost does -10 durability. If not that, they are a fantastic support. So, pretty much up to you. I highly prefer that if you want to save Haka, you could go the Takizawa route, in my opinion. Yes, it is 300 Haka, but still, Black Reaper, highly recommend. You need dupes. You need dupes for him to be useful. While on the other hand, Takizawa doesn't really need any dupes. Yeah, that's pretty much how I see it. I mean, other people's opinions are obviously going to depend on what they prefer. It's just I prefer Takizawa because you can run him with Festival Juzo, Yomori, and the Rize. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, because you save Haka there. You don't have to pull for dupes. While Black Reaper, if you don't have stimulants, and if you are free to play, I gotta go with the Takizawa, man. Because at least with Takizawa, he could just synergy with somebody else. Just get him 10-10, you're good. Black Reaper, need dupes, pretty much. It's just really up to you if you're free to play or not. If you buy Haka and all that, it just really depends on what you prefer. Obviously, best case scenario is you go for both of them, but more than likely, if you go for both of them, or you're really lucky and you pull Takizawa, not going to step number 7, then best of both worlds, get both of them. It's just really up to you what you want to prefer. But if you want to really save Haka and don't want to go for dupes, I highly recommend that you do go for Takizawa over Black Reaper. But other than that, pretty much does it. I probably forgot some stuff here and there. I just want to talk about the key points. Yeah, I could talk about who's better for raids and all that, but still, Takizawa, better for raids, very, very good. Damage, make them bleed. Bleeding equals more damage, etc., etc., etc. Black Reaper, more of an AoE, support, missions and all that, in my opinion. I think he's really mainly a support. I really don't really use him for DPS. I just mainly use him for the -10 durability. So, you can look at it either or. That's just my opinion. I just want to talk about the key points in terms of one's limited, but one's need more dupes, while on the other hand, just really depends on you. Takizawa, very good synergy with other people. Black Reaper, same thing, but Black Reaper needs dupes nonetheless. Other than that, though, it pretty much does it. I'm probably going to stream in a little bit. If you have any more questions, don't know what I will be streaming, though. Probably BBS. I do want to farm for end of the month characters. But other than that, thank you guys for watching the video. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.